Hello, we made it, you all. We made it. This is Let's Talk Funeral Service. Thank you for joining us today. We are here to discuss today virtual funerals and virtual memorial services. We have a special guest with us here today. But before I introduce you to her, let me just tell you who I am. My name is Star Ellis, and I am a funeral service professional, and I am grateful to the Funeral Service Professionals United organization for trusting me to share these wonderful pieces of information with the public. Uh, just to give you a brief recap, our last talk for Let's Talk Funeral Service Volume 1, we talked about the importance of life insurance versus pre-need. Feel free to visit our website at fspu.org and click on archive. And you can see that link, or you can also reach it right here on the Funeral Service Professionals United page. Just scroll down, okay? All right, so let's get into it. But get your life insurance and get your pre-need. I can help you with that whenever you're ready, okay? All right, let's dive in. How you doing, Miss Linda?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. I can.
All right, it's such a pleasure. You all, I want to introduce to you, this is Miss Linda Williams, who is an extraordinary, pioneering businesswoman. She is the owner of In Person Away Virtual Events, LLC. She is a technology group guru. Oh, this is amazing. Technology. This is what we need in our community. This is one of the things, if there's anyone listening, get your youth involved in the importance of learning technology because this is our future. We need some other things that we are otherwise accustomed to. And technology is definitely one of them. So I'm going to allow Miss Linda to share some things with you about herself and her business. And I'll just stop talking for a minute. All right, take it away, Miss Linda.
Okay, thank you. Greetings, everyone, and thank you so much for making the time to join us today. I am, as Star has already said, I am Linda Williams. I am the owner and operator of In Person Away Virtual Events. We are a virtual event planning company. And what we basically do is we use technology, an amalgamation of technology to connect families, because that's the basis of what we do. Our goal is to make sure that families are connected and that the experience for them virtually is as close to being there in person as possible. So that's what we do.
Wonderful. Okay, now since you said the magic word for us, you know, those of us who are funeral service professionals, you said connecting families.
Yeah.
And that is something that we desire to continue to do and to do well. So with your business and virtual events, can you tell us how this could be an asset for us in the funeral service profession when it comes to doing virtual funerals and virtual memorials?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have always, since our inception, been engaged in using virtual devices for
Mhm.
funerals. We've used robots, we've used other technology platforms, and those things are still in effect. What
Okay.
our robot is called Arrive, and typically Arrive would be placed at the funeral home or the church, and the person, family member, or whoever would download our app and actually navigate Arrive at the venue, at the locations, so it would appear as though they're actually at the funeral themselves. So that's one way. But
Okay.
since we've come into this COVID-19 um, time, people are not able to really do that. I mean, we're all aware of the various restrictions that are out there. And so, what we now do are virtual memorial services.
Okay.
And people say, well, what's the difference between, that and just streaming at the funeral home or having a streaming
Uh-huh.
service? Um, the virtual memorial services that we offer are very much like a traditional memorial service in that there is, of course, a eulogy, there is an obituary, but there's also opportunities for an elegy. And people who are not familiar with elegies are opportunities for family members and friends to share poems or music or anything
Okay.
special about their loved one who has transitioned. It's
Is that similar
participating.
to the,
Go
I
ahead.
don't mean to interrupt. Is that similar to the condolences, like the 2 minute condolence?
Yes, it's
Okay.
it's very similar to that, except
So,
it may take a little longer than 2 minutes. But yes,
okay.
um, what we offer is very participative. We work with a company, Elegance by Design, because they actually prepare funeral programs. Because
Okay.
typically when you would go to a memorial service, you would receive that program. So this company does an electronic version of that for the
Okay.
family. So you can be anywhere and participate in the program or on the program and actually have a program. And as an ordained minister, I'm able to conduct the service, or
Okay.
um, if the person, if the family chooses to have the actual pastor do it, they're able to conduct the service as well. We simply
Okay.
provide the virtual support for them.
Okay. That sounds great. So what I'm hearing you say, Miss Linda, it sounds like to me, because I've heard this as well. Some people might say, well, uh, someone might have a business that does virtual events, but we can go on Facebook Live, or we can go to some other avenue. But what I just heard you explain is that this is actually an experience.
Exactly.
This is an experience where our families could actually receive everything that they're receiving when they attend the actual funeral service or memorial that is held in a church or a chapel.
Yes, ma'am.
It, the only thing that is different is they're just not tangibly there.
Then
That's what I heard. I
that's
don't, is that what you all heard? That's definitely what I heard.
well, yeah, that's
uh, and I wanted to also ask you, you mentioned arrive.
arrive.
Does that mean anything?
Arrive is the French term meaning get there. And so
Is it
we have affectionately named our robot Arrive because that's literally what it does. It gets you there. As a
mhm.
matter of fact, our business slogan is "We get you there when you can't." So yes, Arrive. And of course, I'm
Well,
from New Orleans, and we got a little French mixed in there too. So it's, it's,
right.
it's a little tribute to where I'm from as well.
Well, that's wonderful. Now let me ask you this too. So you mentioned uh, getting people there through in Arrive is the terminology.
Hmm.
So we are here in St. Louis. You're here. I'm here. Uh, can you share with our viewers and our listeners? Is this something that they can partake in other cities, other states?
Other
Can they
cities,
partake
other
in this?
states, and other countries. Um,
Oh my! It's worldwide, y'all. It's
yeah,
worldwide.
yes, it is. It is anywhere you can be physically. We can basically get you there virtually, and we've seen that countless times. I mean, even when you look at the news, you see people being interviewed and having conversations, and they're in various parts of the world. So yes, we
Hmm.
yeah we can get you there. We can get you there.
Wonderful. And the question that I had for you too, and I'm sure some of our listeners are curious about, since COVID-19, it is perceived that the pandemic is kind of dying down. However, we know that it's still out there alive and well. So this particular service, which funeral homes can definitely connect with you on,
Mhm.
uh, we're concerned about people, I guess, more or less saying, well, the pandemic is over. We're going to get a chance to have funerals and memorials like we usually do, uh, but not necessarily. So my question to you would be, uh, would you think that is something that people that are still fearful? uh, I thought that this would be something good for them because even though cities and states are opening a little bit more when a loved one passes away, they still might be skeptical on attending a funeral the traditional way, uh, simply because they're fearful that they might contract the disease.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, this is perfect. This is perfect for that. So, I just wanted to ask you, is that something, that people could actually connect with the affiliation of something like this?
That's one of the major cornerstones of what we provide in general, not just as a part of the pandemic, but it's peace of mind.
Yes,
Peace of mind knowing that, yes, we are hearing that, there is an expected second wave, but we are experiencing that the first wave has not diminished. So
right,
yes, people are still fearful about traveling and then there's that pulling. I want to be there, but I can't be
right,
there. I have
mm,
to protect myself. So we provide peace of mind in that, if you don't want to travel, we can certainly coordinate with the funeral home, funeral director, to provide a virtual attendance option. We've done that many times
wonderful.
prior to this. So yes, definitely. Even when there were 10-person capacities, that's really what prompted us to push this product or this service forward, because
Hmm.
you have more than 10 people, when you even consider those who are actually there performing the job, those the uh, funeral service providers, professionals. So yeah,
Hmm.
we can definitely utilize this to help people who are not comfortable with traveling. I am not comfortable with traveling. I'm not getting on
Right,
a plane. It's just my choice. But that doesn't mean that if someone transitions, I don't want to participate. So
correct.
yeah, we certainly are able to provide peace of mind through that service.
Okay. All right. Well, you've heard it here, folks. You've heard it. You can definitely fully participate in a funeral and a memorial service. If in fact you have a loved one that has transitioned, you're not comfortable attending an event or a meeting where there's multiple people there, get in touch with Linda. Call her, and with that being said, Linda, how can they get in touch with you if they'd like to move forward with this type of service for funeral homes, funeral directors that are listening? How can they get in touch with you?
They can visit me on the web at www.virtualeventplanning.com. All of my other information is right there. The details of the virtual memorial service is also listed there. My telephone number is there, which is 877 Be There For. But you don't have to remember that. If you can just remember virtualeventplanning.com, you can go there and you'll be able to contact us in a variety of ways: Facebook, Instagram, um, and Twitter.
LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So y'all, everything is there for you. Remember virtualeventplanning.com if you want to connect with this wonderful businesswoman who has pioneered into a business that we've never. Now I gotta say, Miss Linda, I can respect you on when it comes to pioneering businesses. That's what I specialize in. So I can definitely appreciate your craft and the fact that you have started and created a business that is pioneering. So I want to applaud you. I wish I had those sound effects, those hand claps. Well, we working on that. We're working on that. So yeah, remember virtualeventplanning.com. Funeral homes all over the nation, worldwide. if you want to link up with Miss Linda and her wonderful business here so that you can give your families a full service virtually, she can help you with that. Okay. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to her. I'm sure she will answer any questions that you may have. But before we go, Miss Linda, I want to give you a chance to share with our listeners. Tell us what do you have lined up? What's next? We know you do these wonderful virtual events and funerals and things. But what do you have in the working technology wise? I know you got something.
I gave it away. Well, first of all, when you talk about pioneering and
Yes.
that kind of thing, I thank you for that. And I really give God the glory because the concept truly came from him. I don't take credit for that. I'm blessed that he gave me the opportunity to fulfill that vision.
Okay.
With regard to something you mentioned earlier about the importance of technology, I just want to encourage parents, to get your kids involved in STEM, science, technology,
Yes.
engineering, and mathematics. That is the way
Yes.
of the future. And we need to start preparing our kids now. They're not doing things the way we grew up. And I'm no spring chicken. I had to sort of, I started learning technology, later on, but it was a necessity for me to do that. So I would encourage you as parents, start your children now, getting them involved in STEM programs and yourselves as well. Make yourselves more knowledgeable in that area and become more marketable in terms of being, if you're looking for a career or if you're looking to become an entrepreneur. And then the third thing is with regard to what I have up my sleeve.
Yes.
On July 15th, we are going to be launching a new robot of sorts that will help with COVID-19 from a more health-related
Okay.
perspective. And this little person,
Oh, there it is.
see him. His name is Tracy. He's Teddy, Tracy the Teddy, and he
Okay.
is going to help me introduce um, this new program, this new product that we have coming out. And
Okay.
hopefully it's really going to help us in this new COVID-19 era that we're in. So say hi to Tracy now, but you will be seeing a lot
Hi,
more of
Tracy.
him in the future with a lot
Okay.
more people. So that's what we have coming up. It's just a teaser today. You'll see more teasers as time goes
Okay.
on. But yes, Tracy is
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. And that's just wonderful, Miss Linda. I'm just feeling bubbly right now. Just the fact that you are here and you're African American businesswoman creating, pioneering, that just makes me happy. I'm elated.
oh, wow.
Um,
I'm
yes.
blushing.
But we would love to have you back on at some point after you launch. If we want to talk more about this product, we definitely can do that. I'm more than willing to do that. And whomever that is also hosting with the funeral service organization. And another thing, before we get out of here, I meant to ask you this earlier.
Sure.
With your robot,
Uh-huh.
what does that consist of when families do hire your service?
Mhm.
How does the robot actually work when they utilize your service for the virtual memorial or funeral?
Okay, so when they recognize that they're not going to be able to make it to a service, um, they reach out to us and we dispatch the robot and a technician to the location of the service. We coordinate all of that with them. We
Okay.
bring the individual who will be in the robot through a brief training session, maybe 30 minutes. Usually it's about 10 or 15, but we like for them to have some time to play with navigating the robot.
Okay.
Their face appears on the robot because we use a tablet. They're able
Okay.
to navigate the robot. Their voice is heard through it. They navigate it
Okay.
using our app. And then it's not babysat. We send a technician just to ensure that if anything does happen on site, we're there to address it immediately. But we're basically in the background. The person who is controlling the robot does not have to worry about falling. They don't have to worry about bumping into anyone because Arrive has built-in anti-collision and anti-falling sensors. So just as if you were walking in a place yourself and you saw that there may have been a table there and you know you need to renegotiate your path, our app will identify that for the person driving Arrive and say, hey, there's an obstacle here. You need to renegotiate. So it is literally there and they are in control of it from wherever they are. I had a young lady, her mother-in-law transitioned here in St. Louis and she was in Georgia, wasn't able to attend, but she attended through Arrive. She had just had a new baby and it was wonderful to see the family come up to her and they could talk to her and they could see the baby. And we just sat back and watched that happen, watched that experience. And she was in control. When they asked for the family to stand, she simply lifted her head as she sat next to her husband. So it was just a beautiful experience. And I tell people all the time, I'm usually crying at all my events because I'm just so happy that I can make that happen. I mean, it is a hard thing to realize or to think that you won't have an opportunity to say goodbye or to have some type of closure. And when I'm able to bring that to someone, that's just such a great feeling for me.
Yes, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And if they go to the website, they can see videos of Arrive in action as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, folks. Well, you heard it here. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We want to thank you, Miss Linda. Just a recap, make sure you visit her website at virtualeventsplanning.com. Visit her website if you want to see the robot in action and any other information pertaining to the conversation that we've had today. I'm sure it's all there. All her contact information is there, virtualeventplanning.com. And as far as us, Let's Talk Funeral Service, stand by for volume 3. Stand by for volume 3. We're coming again, and we're coming with another topic for you. Those of you who are funeral service professionals, feel free to reach out to us. Our website is fspu.org. That's fspu.org. And if you're interested in being featured on one of our talks, send us an email at info@fspu.org. Okay. And we want to thank you again for listening. And Miss Linda, before we go, was there anything else you wanted to share with us?
Just, like us on Facebook at In-Person Virtual Events. I think this live is streaming there. So go ahead and like us and feel free to visit us on our website to get that information, contact us and see exactly how we do what we do.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for coming. It's just been a wonderful pleasure. And the last thing I did want to say too, the website. You mean, okay, we're good. That's it. Okay, thank you guys. Like our pages, like her page, like FSPU, Funeral Service Professional United. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.